55 coffins draped in the United Nations flag. Remains repatriated from the DPRK to South Korea that are yet to be identified. Only one had dog tags. The US hopes these are troops who fell during the Korean War. This ceremony at Osan Air Base south of Seoul was attended by about 500 dignitaries, including the commander of US forces in Korea.
Encouraged by recent cooperation with North Korea on this humanitarian effort that enabled the transfer of 55 sets of remains on the 27th of July, last Friday, we have gathered.
After the ceremony, the remains were transferred to 2 transport planes waiting just outside on the tarmac. Each coffin was carried by an honor guard, comprised of troops from all branches of the US military, as well as from many of the other nations who fought under the United Nations command during the Korean War. The repatriation of the remains was a key part of the agreement struck between DPRK leader Kim Jong-un and US President Donald Trump in Singapore last June. The handover of the remains marks a definite step forward for diplomacy between Pyongyang and Washington and has led to fresh hope. Despite growing concern, the DPRK may still be pushing ahead with its nuclear program. The remains of more than 7,700 US troops remain unaccounted for from the Korean War. About 5,300 were lost in what is now the DPRK. The next stop for these remains is Pearl Harbor in Hawaii, where they will be sent to the world's largest skeletal forensic laboratory to be examined by a team of scientists, including DNA experts, geologists and archaeologists, all trying to determine just how many of these remains are US servicemen. Jack Barton, CGTN at Osan Air Base.